What if one perfect ear of sweet corn could become something this creamy, this pure, this impossible to look away from? Watch every single step, from the golden fields to the final sealed bottle. You won't believe how it's made. It begins in the golden fields of America, where the sweetest corn on earth is carefully grown. Sweet corn was first cultivated by Native American tribes thousands of years ago, but the modern super sweet varieties we use today were only developed in the 1950s and 60s. Today, these perfect golden cobs are harvested at the exact moment of peak sugar content, usually just 18 to 24 days after the silk appears. Every cob is selected for its tenderness, color, and natural sweetness. This is not ordinary corn. This is the beginning of something completely different. A plant-based milk so creamy that most people cannot believe it comes from corn. Once the corn arrives at the factory, speed becomes everything. Within hours of harvest, the cobs enter a high-tech sterile environment where machines remove the husks and silk with remarkable precision. The kernels are then separated from the cob in a process that looks almost effortless, yet is engineered to protect every single golden grain. The empty cobs are not wasted. They become part of a closed-loop system, often turned into animal feed or biodegradable materials. What remains is pure, clean, sweet corn kernels, the only main ingredient needed for the creamy milk you're about to witness. Before the real transformation begins, the kernels must be gently prepared. They pass through a carefully controlled hot water bath at around 85 to 90 degrees Celsius. This short blanching step is crucial. It stops enzyme activity that would otherwise destroy the natural sweetness and bright color. It also softens the kernels just enough so they can later release their creamy starches and natural sugars. After blanching, the kernels are rapidly cooled to lock in freshness. At this stage, they still look like simple corn, but they're already on their way to becoming something extraordinary. Now the magic truly starts. The prepared kernels are mixed with pure filtered water and fed into powerful industrial grinders and colloid mills. High-speed rotors break the kernels down completely, releasing starches, natural sugars, and fine fibers into a thick, golden slurry. This is the moment corn stops being a vegetable and begins its journey into a liquid. The slurry is refined again and again until it reaches a smooth, almost luxurious consistency. What you're looking at now is the raw soul of corn milk. Not everything in the slurry is needed. The mixture now enters powerful centrifugal decanters and fine filtration systems that separate the pure liquid from the remaining fiber and pulp. The pulp is carefully collected and reused. Another example of the closed-loop philosophy that makes modern food factories so efficient. What remains is a clean, golden corn extract, lighter, smoother, and ready for the next stage of refinement. This is the pure base that will soon become the creamy drink millions of people are starting to discover. Here, the corn extract is carefully standardized. Small, precise amounts of natural stabilizers, emulsifiers, and just the right touch of sweetness are added under strict control. The mixture is then gently heated to around 85 degrees Celsius. This gelatinization step activates the natural starches inside the corn, giving the final milk its signature rich body and smooth mouthfeel. Every batch is monitored for perfect consistency, taste, and stability. This is where corn milk receives its identity: creamy, balanced, and uniquely satisfying. To achieve that signature silky texture, the blended corn milk must be homogenized under extremely high pressure. It is forced through tiny valves at pressures reaching 300 bars or more. This process breaks every particle down to microscopic size, creating a stable emulsion that will never separate. The result is a liquid so smooth and uniform that it feels almost like dairy milk on the tongue. It contains no dairy at all. This is the step that turns good corn milk into great corn milk. Food safety is non-negotiable. The homogenized corn milk now enters an ultra-high temperature system, where it is heated to 135 to 140 degrees Celsius for just a few seconds. This UHT process destroys any harmful microorganisms while protecting the natural flavor and nutrients as much as possible. Immediately after, the milk is rapidly cooled under aseptic conditions. The product is now commercially sterile and ready for long shelf life, without the need for heavy preservatives. Clean, safe, and pure. Inside a fully aseptic filling hall, sterile bottles or cartons are cleaned with ionized air and filled with the golden corn milk at high speed. Every container is sealed, labeled, and coated with batch information in a continuous, almost hypnotic rhythm. The entire process happens without human hands touching the product. What leaves this room is a finished, premium plant-based milk, ready for the final stage of its journey. The finished bottles are carefully packed into cartons, inspected by advanced vision systems, and stacked onto pallets by high-speed robots. Each pallet is stretch-wrapped, stored briefly in a warehouse, and then loaded into refrigerated trucks. From the American cornfield to supermarket shelves around the world, this creamy golden milk has completed an incredible transformation. What started as simple sweet corn has become one of the most surprising and satisfying plant-based drinks of our time.